Shanks87 here. I'm with Wardog and Jeremiah Fina. Please, welcome to RHMC Gaming News. News about the new upcoming games, DLCs, and everything else that's upcoming, and also that has been already came out. For example, I am playing Fallout 4. That new DLC came out called Far Harbor. So far, I played a little bit of it, and so far, one of the missions I have done myself, it's been pretty interesting. But my friends over here has some more interesting news, and of course, I have looked into it myself. So, like, new upcoming games, and plus about more about with Rockstar's coming out with everything else like that. And Wardog over here, he actually works at GameStop, so any news that you want to know, please tune in to Shanks87 or Wardog Gaming 669 or even the RHMC channels, because we will bring you up-to-date news about any type of gaming. So Wardog, please tell me what have you know about these upcoming new games. Please fill us in about this.
Alright, so I believe it was a couple days ago that Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive said that they were going to unveil probably a set of new games, or, for, one major game. But it now comes, from 2 days ago, I read this on GameSpot, that Rockstar is going to be, at the earliest, probably the next Rockstar game is going to be at April of 2017. That's the earliest. But my money is on Red Dead Redemption 2, only because there's a map leak, there was the title leaks. People have been saying that this, since GTA 5 came out, that they would have to either be working on another Bully, another Manhunt, probably, hopefully, another Max Payne, hopefully, or Red Dead. They can't be working on another GTA 6 because, it could be in development or early stages right now, but Red Dead is more, it's what we need right now. And going to where Bethesda's at with Far Harbor, I've played a lot of it. I've gotten, a few of the endings, a few of the twist endings, a lot of the weapons and armor. I've really tried out, explored almost all the areas. I still have to do all the side quests and all the areas and shit, but it's a very, very fun map. It reminds me of Shutter Island a bit, because there's a twist around every corner, and I remember, when you first get to Far Harbor, it's at night, foggy, it's either raining or just foggy, and you don't know what the hell is going on. But when you get, deeper into the story, deeper into the lore of it, it's really exciting, and I'm glad that they made a good, DLC, and hopefully they make more DLCs. Now, going into another...
One thing at a time, though, man. With Far Harbor, that just recently came out, as the viewers, whoever's viewing this, I'm using the one of the things. I forgot what it's called, but will you please continue on about Far Harbor?
Alright. Well, Far Harbor for right now, the main quest is great. People may want to brush through it, but no, you have to, pick it apart, detail by detail. There is, like I said, there's a twist and everything, and you gotta have to, know when that twist is at, or, you have to figure it out for yourself. And one of the biggest parts of the game is the fog. And what I really liked about fog is it sometimes has radiation leaks, or, sometimes creatures, there's new creatures in it. There's, these giant-ass, crabs that are like Mirror Queens. There is another one that's called the Shipwrecker. The Shipwrecker is a boss, basically, and it's kind of like a siren. It leads people to their death, and I recommend strong ass weapons to destroy them, and you would get you would get a special harpoon gun from one of the main characters in that storyline if you do that. Another faction is the Children of the Atom that's in it. They're kind of important also. They're like in a little base in a submarine, but Far Harbor, mimics Point Lookout from Fallout 3. You have to find someone's daughter, and then you kind of unveil there's a cult, and then there's these people, kind of, full circle if you ask me. We're kind of going back to the Point Lookout roots, but it's more detailed, more dark, more horrifying, more terrifying. But yeah, that's really all what I have for right now for Far Harbor.
What? Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Huh.
Yeah.
They say rich folks ain't their friends. Into the breach we go! I'll be drinking a toast to your corpse.
Right. All right. But my own opinion with what you just said, I believe, in my own opinion, that The Last of Us, their award-winning Game of the Year multiple times. Not to mention, also they came out with a remastered, and of course that, well, won multiple awards. So if they, I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I believe that they really want to. That they can try to do with Jack and Dexter, but it's kind of like taking a risk, though. It is kind of taking a huge risk because yes, Jack and Dexter was a huge hit back in the day. Well, if they're going to do an older version of Ellie and stuff like that, oh my god, I'm stuck. You fucking dick. Get away from you. But anyways, if they're going to do an older version of Ellie, she's got to be at least in her 20s though, because if I'm not mistaken, that she was at least about in her teenager, if I'm not mistaken. Warlock, I know you probably know more.
What do you mean for Ellie, like
how old she was?
Like,
yeah. How old was Ellie? Was she like 13, 14?
I think she was around 14.
But only thing I can only guess, she could be in her 20s. And if Joel wants to stay alive, especially in his, if I wasn't mistaken, when he had his daughter, he was in his 20s. And the storyline happened like 20 years later, so he was in his 40s. So, yeah. Well, 50s or 60s, yeah. Well, there's a difference between being all grown up and being a young woman. All grown up has got to be in her 30s. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, it's like no offense to Facebook though, you can't really believe everything on Facebook though. But anywho, I'm hoping they come up with another Last of Us. Well, right. But I wanted to put a little bit more input of Far Harbor. I was using the harpoon gun, but there's only downfall with the harpoon gun. It only shoots without it fully upgraded. You only can shoot one harpoon at a time. But I looked at the upgrades. You can have a shotgun version of the harpoon, which you can have multiple harpoons splitting off like a shotgun, or you can have a barbed wire harpoon, but you only can shoot one harpoon at a time. That's the only downfall of it. But you get, like War Dog has said, he holy shit, you get two weapons right off the bat when you first enter in Far Harbor. But yes, it has, when you first enter in my own opinion, it does have that eerie feeling like coming in, because it's dark and foggy and everything else, and not to mention the fog does have some radiation, so whoever hasn't played Far Harbor yet, I do recommend you coming in with your your suit on, which I'm getting my ass kicked over here by feral ghouls. And yes, feral ghouls are still in here, as everybody's probably can guess already. So, other than that, take out the frickin' harpoon out gun again. But yes, the harpoon gun is a very powerful weapon, and I think it does 150, 180 damage without being upgraded. But, like I said, it's just one pop shot, and you have to reload right away, and that's the only downfall about it, though. Other than that, I believe it's a decent gun for what it is, for being a harpoon gun. And the other one is a sniper rifle. It's called the resolute calibrated, powerful lever action rifle, and that's another brand new gun that came out. It's a very powerful sniper rifle. And when you come down to a last blow that slows down time, it's a legendary. But, you know, it's like with more spoilers and stuff like that, I'm sure Wardog has mentioned it, and I had my mute muted because somebody called me and I didn't have a chance to listen in, but anywho, moving on with the subject. With my subject I was thinking about is continuing on with Ratchet and Clank. I haven't had a chance to play it. I heard a lot of good reviews about it. Do you guys know if there's any type of DLCs that should be coming out for it or not, or? Huh. So is it animated at all or no? So it's kind of an anime. Okay. Well, should it? Yeah. Well, you know, one of my favorite games was my old buddy of mine that who recently, not recently, but passed away close to 10 years ago. It's all good, dude. One game that him and I played a lot was Ratchet and Clank. We played all the Ratchet and Clanks and together, and I continued on with that. I played up your arsenal and with that multiplayer game. I really, of course, enjoyed playing that. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, so there's a lot of.
Watch your step.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, Ken?
Excuse me.
This elevator leads to the exclusive area of the hotel. You should feel quite privileged that they will be allowing you in.
That's pretty cool, man. And that's dedication right there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Dark. Yeah, probably. You know, yeah, I know. Hey, Dark Throne, I'm currently broadcasting right now, man. Just letting you know. We're doing gaming news, so yeah. If you have any gaming news, feel free to put it in.
You need to speak to Maxwell. Go ahead and
Rebecca Blacks.
Greetings! Welcome to Vault 118. Your home away from home. Underground. Are you the detective we sent for?
It's me, Pearl. I've returned with the investigator.
Let me just get the door for you.
It's 360 no scope jumping, yeah.
Well, it's about time the police sent someone out to investigate. We have many important residents there.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm here now. We'll get to the bottom of this.
I cannot tell you what a relief it is.
I like the story of it. I like the story of Ghost. I will admit that. But there's one thing I'm waiting to bring up that War Dog has mentioned. The new, improved Dead Island. Oh yes, they're bringing out Dead Island with new and improved, you know, gaming. What else? They have all the games, put it on to one, and you automatically can play online. And I watched some of, you know, the trailers for it. I got excited.
Also, since it's funny with Techland and the whole, you know, Dead Island and Dying Light thing, apparently there was a new IP that one of the Deads from Dying Light was making, and they're saying it's possibly going to be a Dying Light 2.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry for shouting, but the detective has arrived and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has
Also, yeah.
had a chance to come speak with you. Have a look at the crime scene for clues. You're ready with this stuff. You are free to question the residents.
Infinite Battlefield, yeah.
You said Infinite Warfare.
I was gonna say Infinite Warfare, but yeah. Dude, of course.
Is this blood? Bingo. A baseball bat. Huh. What is this doing here? Red paint? This isn't blood. It's red paint.
But if you think about it, if it's Infinite Warfare, man, I think it's just a bad idea to go with Infinite Warfare. F that, man. I mean, seriously,
Looks like the brain enclosure was smashed.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
That's not blood around the body. It's red paint.
Mr. Santiago would definitely have red paint. But surely he wouldn't have... Would he? This is just terrible, Detective. Was there anything else?
I found the murder weapon.
Oh, no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
Your residents are robots.
Not robots, Detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died, and then who had the means and motive to kill him. Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose...
I have some quick news about one of my beloved or favorite franchises ever.
what's that?
And Shanks, you probably you love this franchise as well. It's Resident Evil. Apparently, someone on Twitter, who's probably affiliated with Capcom in some way, said, yes, Resident Evil 7 is in indeed development, and 2, it will be unveiled at E3 this June. Yep. But yeah, they're supposed to be unveiling Resident Evil 7, sorry, and which is gonna be great. And then
It's a Bonorama.
and then one of my other favorite franchises,
We are no different than animals.
I hope would be
After I said that,
Red
Dark
Dead
Throw, I'm
2.
like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you said that, Dark Throw, I thought you was pointed, oh my god, kill yourself. I'm like, what? It's because I said Bonorama.
Now, There is one game I have to bring up, and people like I mean, I know me and one of our guys, Killer, he and I did research on this game. It's called No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is, I mean, a beautiful game. It's a great game. Oh my gosh. It's supposed to be, it's like open universe, open world, like open planet, open universe. No loading screens at all.
No way.
Like, alright. It's like, you get, like, it's also first person. It's kind of like Subnautica, The Island, Stranded Deep. Like, they mashed everything together to where it's like it's kind of like a survival game, but you're also journeying from the edge of the universe to the center of the universe. And, well, it's different in some aspects because you can go into atmospheres of planets, mine for resources, also learn other alien languages, so you can talk to other, like, NPCs. You could do whatever the hell you want, be who you want, but also note that whoever, like, it's supposedly going to be online, but like other players, you'll see their handiwork throughout space or throughout the planets. You can name your planets. Like, I can name a planet, Go Fuck Yourself or something, and then, like, let's say someone down the road actually visits that planet, and then, but, like, what I really like about that game is the consequences and stuff. Let's say a player were to destroy a space station or, you know, disturb a planet to the point where, like, shit is going off. I go to that same planet, I see the aftermath. I see everything, and it comes out around June, I believe. Yeah, it comes out around June 21st. And that's, you know, that's weeks away. Also, I want to bring up, I think it's in 2 days or 1 day, Overwatch comes out, and then we have Mirror's Edge that comes out, and then before Mirror's Edge we have Dead Island Definitive Collection, which is Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide, with everything, full online co-op, full everything. It's Far Cry Primal. I know, I played it. That's No Man's Sky. Because there's dinosaurs and shit in that game. Yeah, but I mean, E3 is just around the corner too. I mean, I really want to see Capcom unveil Resident Evil 7. Rockstar probably unveil. I hope it's this year. I hope they bring it out this year, then I can play it. Red Dead 2. Let's see. Sony finally can unveil their new PlayStation device. Probably Xbox as well.
I've got a gun for each of us.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, there is another game that I'm trying to. I hope they still work on it, but it's called For Honor. That game, honestly, I think it was at E3 when I first saw it, but it's like it pits, you know, for 30 iconic armies, samurai, Viking, and knights, and I loved it. I mean, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and, you know, watch the gameplay of it.
Obviously, Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
don't remember. Oh yeah, God of War 4. Yes, I forgot about that. There have been rumors of God of War 4 going throughout the year, and I honestly, like, they said that, oh, Kratos is going to be in Norse mythology, or like they need to kill him off, or they need to you know, somehow show the story, but, you know, like, of how he got there. But if it is Kratos, he has to be older, obviously, and as much as I want to see him rip out Odin's other eye, I hope they do everything, like, they make it more realistic. Like, God of War 3 was a great, you know, it's like a standing stone for, like, realism. Like, they made the blood kind of stick to him for a bit. But I want to do it more like Tomb Raider-ish, or Uncharted 4, where, like, if you had blood or dirt or anything else, it stayed on you. And another game, before I forget, that I actually played, and I just want to give my review for it right now. Homefront Revolution. First game was terrible. This game, even though it could have been a reboot, I don't know. It was great. Open world was great. The mechanics were great. Sometimes it lags, sometimes it kind of freezes a bit, but that can be fixed. Story was awesome. Modifications to weapon was awesome. You kind of see what, like, I mean, there's not really choice of consequences in the game, but you kind of see your consequences lead to in the end. And, like, right now, I can't wait to play Overwatch, Mirror's Edge, Dead Island, No Man's Sky, hopefully other games that are coming out. But, Shanks, what else do you want to talk about?
Any upcoming DLCs that are coming instead of, like, Black Ops 3?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't...
I can look it up real quick if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because, see, hopefully, let's see here.
Told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let
Why?
her handle all the money.
Oh, unthaws them.
Was there something else, Detective?
Maybe later.
Yeah, well, I'll just get back to my work then.
Yeah.
Juliana, Mr. Whiskers died last month.
Mm.
Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that.
No, it's not that. I've just got a roll. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
God, not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
Look at this mess.
Not a real doctor. Robotics is an actual.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scrody and I are going to rewrite the legal pad. Soon we will get everything that I don't because you, Bert, will help me.
Oh, God, Juliana.
Oh, I'm definitely, I'm for sure they're gonna make them, like, a hell lot better. I mean, come on.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once a premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Right. Huh. Right.
About it. Do you guys know if there's any type of DLCs that should be coming out for it?
Right.
It doesn't really say anything.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
I have nothing myself either. Except for with Doom, I've been watching Markiplier playing Doom, and I been continuing.
Of course you have.
Huh?
Of course you have. I've done it too. Dude.
Hell yeah.
No, me, Markiplier, anyone who grew up on Doom knows how to play Doom.
My fellow
connoisseur of the art, here to see my latest work.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time.
I
tried to block it out. So I bet Keito probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
Oh, you better believe that Doom is one of my very first games on the PC I ever played, and I absolutely loved it. When I was listening to Markiplier from his latest Doom, his knowledge, and I'm going to put some of my knowledge with it because I did study, gaming, and I do have a book on the history of gaming. And the funny thing is, Doom was one of the best games out there for a first-person shooter, but it was supposed to be an overlook of like above screen overlook with Doom. That's when Markiplier said that, and I was like, I was kind of surprised when they were saying it was supposed to be it was not 3D at all. Keep that in mind. It's not 3D. It's supposed to be an overlook, like a regular shooter game, like an overlook, like looking down. But other than that, with Doom, the creator of Doom is, oh shit, I forgot his name. George Romero's son. He created Doom. And yeah, when I figured out it was, I didn't realize it was George Romero's son who created Doom. And I believe that was probably one of the. I was kind of shocked about it, but yet I wasn't, because look at George Romero. Seriously, he's like the king of fucking zombies. I don't care who anybody thinks, he is the king of fucking zombies. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I played Doom 1 and Doom 2, and I played a little bit of Doom 3 on the PS3 with my ex-roommate of mine. Other than that, who hasn't?
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question?
Oh my gosh.
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money.
It does.
Repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really didn't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to Mansion.
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be you.
I'm sick all the time, Detective. I don't have the strength to do such a thing.
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well, had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
Oh, of course. I think it wasn't well enough done, especially when they into first person. You know, when they were shooting all those all the demons and shit. I wish they could have left that out, but I know they were trying to get try and make it more authentic to like you playing Doom yourself in real life. I do give that. I give that much respect to that. So, but other than that, man, I mean, I don't know. I believe when Rock was playing, he should have done a little bit better on acting with that. But it really threw me off when he was he turned into, he was, whatchamacallit, yeah.
First rule of survival is to put everything to use.
Huh.
I found the killer.
It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
I killed him. He had it coming.
You did the right thing, Detective. Here you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Right. Right. That is true. But I well, I was believe I'm going to end it right here with the news here. I do appreciate everyone for joining us for today. Please continue on, watching for more news, gaming news, and updates. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any more news, please let us know. We'll for sure mention it in the next episode. But until then, hopefully everyone has a great night. I'll see you guys next time.